What's going on? It's CT, the Sports Plug, your connect to sports news and rumors. Pretty much today, it's been pretty crazy and chaotic ever since Andre Ward came out and he revealed his opponent, for his upcoming fight before the Kovalev clash. But before I get into the Andre Ward and Kovalev cherry picks, I really want to get into just let you guys know upcoming. I have some interviews coming up, hopefully in upcoming weeks, with potentially Ben Simmons, the new 76ers draft pick, some of the Philadelphia Eagles, and probably, some other local Philly athletes and stars I can get a hold of. I just want you guys to know I'm in the works of that right now. But, let's keep it boxing right now. Just want to share that information with you guys. But let's go and keep it boxing. So, a lot of people are pissed off and irritated with the person Andre Ward is fighting. I didn't really see a backlash to Kovalev's opposition or Kovalev's opposition. He's going to be fighting this upcoming fight before the Andre Ward, but they're both cherry picks, but there's a difference. There is a very difference that people are not talking about or mentioning. With Andre Ward, he tried to get Nathan Cleverly, and he tried to get a guy that's ranked in the top 10. His name's like Sogalov or something like that, and they couldn't get him to fight neither because they asked for VADA drug testing and they were completely against that. So, they lost two guys in the top 10. I can't remember who the third guy is that they tried, who's also a top light heavyweight, and he also turned down the fight, and they wanted an absurd amount of money. I can't think of the name right now. I'm not around a computer. But so Andre Ward and his camp, they tried to get three of the top light heavyweights, or three real good light heavyweights in the ring, and they all turned it down and didn't want to fight. So they took Brand out of, just to get some rounds in. And, I know it's not the best fight. I'm not happy. I'm not ecstatic like, oh yeah, Ward versus Brand. That's, it's not that kind of fight. You got to look at the fight in context. The fight is pretty much a tune-up. Ward didn't really want a tune-up. He wanted to take on another top light heavyweight to prove a point. That's what Ward's all about. Ward said that himself in several interviews. He wants the top guys in light heavyweight. And you've seen his first official fight at 175. He took on Sullivan Barrera, Sergey Kovalev's #1 contender for his belt. Ward got in there, did his thing, dropped him once, I believe in the 5th round or 6th round, dropped him, and pretty much pitched a shutout. So, in Ward's resume, it's easily in the top 5 in all of boxing right now out of all active fighters. It really is. He really has a great resume if you look at it. One of the best in boxing right now. So, I don't see why everybody is so pissed off. Ward has proven he wants to fight the top guys. Ward has proven he will fight the top guys. Ward has proven he will beat the top guys. My thing with Sergey Kovalev is this guy, I believe his name is Isaac Chilemba. Isaac Chilemba is only ranked in 2 of the belts. The WBL, I believe he's ranked 12, and the WBA, I believe he's ranked number 15, and he's not ranked at all any other belts. And it is what it is. It's a tune-up before the big clash. The best fight of the whole year that we're going to get. I believe it's going to be an amazing fight between Ward and Kovalev. But, Isaac Chilemba is a cherry pick if you want to use that terminology. It's not the best of fights, but, they got to get some rounds in. Because if neither one of these guys does not get good, solid rounds in, it could really impact the fight and really be a factor going into that big clash. because you don't want to go in to no Ward versus Kovalev fight not getting every bit of rounds and work and practice, and you don't want to do that. You don't want to leave yourself short-handed, short-changed. You don't want to have any excuses. So you want to make sure you get in there with somebody and get some real rounds and some real live rounds, not sparring, because that's completely different than a real actual fight. Sparring, you're practicing, you're working on things, you're not really throwing the whole arsenal out there at an opponent. When you're sparring, you're working on one thing, you're focusing on this, you're working body work, jabs, getting your speed up, getting in conditioning and stuff like that. Just really practice. So it's different when you get in the ring and have a real live bout. And that's what these guys are for. These guys are really to just get some solid rounds in and put in some real work. And I just don't see why people are so pissed off about it. Both of them are not fighting the best competition, but it seems like Ward is catching a lot more flack for it. It doesn't make any sense. And when you look at both of the resumes, Ward's resume is blowing Sergey Kovalev's resume out of the water. Ward's resume is 5 times better than Kovalev's resume. Kovalev's best win is against a 50-year-old Bernard Hopkins. That's still B-Hop, but it's a 50-year-old B-Hop. So you got to take it for what it is. And the 2 fights versus John Pascal, John Pascal isn't great. He was a decent fighter in his day. He's not what he used to be, but he's still one of the better guys. So those aren't bad wins by any means, but they're not Froch, Kessler, King Arthur Abraham. Shit, Sullivan Barrera might be a better win than John Pascal if you really think about it. I feel like Sullivan Barrera will beat John Pascal if they fight. That's just my personal opinion, but seeing what I've seen from the both of them, I definitely do think that Sullivan Barrera is better than John Pascal. John Pascal, he's more mouth than he is fight nowadays.